Hi everybody, it's Kay here, ready with another blog. And today we're going to talk about how to manifest your goals. Now we've all heard the word manifest, and we've read The Secret, we know about manifesting. And often we hear it quite simply. So it's a matter of think about what you want, dream about what you want, and believe that you can have it. And they are certainly part of the process of manifesting. But I suggest that there's actually a lot more to it than that. And for those of you who've tried that process and stopped there, you probably realize there's more to it than that. So let's use the example of manifesting a car park. Now this is one of the classic manifesting things, and it's really quite fun and it's quite doable. And I've done it for many, many years. I do it a long time before I knew the word manifesting. So imagine it's 2 days before Christmas and you're going to one of the big shopping centres. And as you're driving, you know darn well you're not going to get a car park. The place is full. You drive up near it and there's cars parked on the road and up on the nature strip and everywhere. There's no way you're going to get a car park, right? Now, what we do with manifesting is we drive to where we want to go. So I'm not a really big shopping person, and there's a big shopping centre near us called Carindale, and it's actually got the Apple shop. So that is one shop that I visited a bit, the Apple shop. And I know how to get from the car park to that shop, and I know the shops around it. So when I want a car park, even if it's 2 days before Christmas, I will drive to that car park that I go to. And I will drive in expecting to get a car park. So that's that. To dream it, think it, believe it. Okay? That's the bit. Now, the rest of it is, first off, I'm driving to where there's a car park, where I want to go. Okay? So actually taking action. I don't sit back and go, oh yes, I could manifest a car park, but I'll park here. No. I'm actually driving to where I know I want a car park. And in my case, it's the one place I know where I'm going to be in the shopping centre. And then I expect to get a car park. So I don't feel it and believe it, I actually expect it. So as I'm driving into that car park, I'm actually looking for the car parks. Now, there's very unlikely to be a car park just sitting there. But what there is going to be, of course, is people coming in and out of the shopping centre. So because I'm intending to get a car park in this spot, I'm watching those people. I'm watching the cars. I'm watching who's coming in and out. I take action on my expectations, and it never fails. I will drive in, expect to get a car park, and within 5 minutes, I will find a car park. It really is that simple. But you can see that I took a lot more steps than just hoped and dreamed. I actually took action. I knew what I wanted. I knew the actions I needed to take. They won't just like sit and meditate. It was actually go to where I want to go and watch the people, watch the cars, pay attention. That is one of the keys. Because if you just go and you drive around and you go, see, I knew I couldn't find a car park. Well, you're right, you won't. If you've got that attitude, you won't find it because you're not looking. I've got another story. I actually manifested my current husband. And it's a really brilliant story because I had been to one of my first self-development seminars, actually, and they asked us to write down a list of something that we really wanted, and I wanted a new partner. And so I wrote, and it was a fool's cap page of requirements. Everything from height to personality to looks to age to everything. Okay? Now remember, I'm a divorced mother with 6 children. Okay? So there's definitely a mindset that says, who'd want me? Okay? The next thing I did, though, was nothing. Okay? So as opposed to the car park manifesting where I drive to the car park and I look. This is more the right person's going to turn up, and I'm not so much looking at every single man that goes past. I'm expecting the man to turn up and get on with my life, because your ideal partner is part of your ideal life. So live your ideal life. If you don't like nightclubs, don't go to nightclubs, because you're going to meet men who like nightclubs. I went camping. So probably 6 months, maybe a year later from when I wrote this list, my kids, we had always camped, and they said, let's go camping. And I went, take 6 kids camping? So we took our big tent, we got a trailer, we put everything in, and we went camping. And that's where my dream guy was, in the tent next door. That's where he was. And I noticed him. So I manifested again, but in this case it was called Get On With My Life. Expecting that he would turn up, so not sort of like, oh, there's no good men out there, because then you're not looking. When a good man's in the tent beside you, you don't notice him. I'm saying this man is going to turn up where I am, in the right places, doing the things that I love to do. And I love camping. And we love bushwalking, and we love camping together, and we've caravanned around Australia. We have had some wonderful adventures, and we're planning on lots more adventures, because one of my requirements was an adventurous guy. I won't find him in the nightclub. So go where you expect to find the people and get on with your life, doing the things that you love doing. Now, how does this relate to business? Okay. In business, it's the same thing. If you've got a launch and a product you want to launch, and you go, I want to sell 100 places. Well, that's good, and there's plenty of people that sell 100 places. But if this is your first launch, is that really something that you can ask for? That's a bit like looking for your dream man in the nightclub, I think. Because where are these clients going to come from? Are they really your ideal clients? Are you going to do a ton of Facebook ads to find them? Have you nailed your marketing message? Do you know who your ideal client is? Have you written your list? And maybe 100's not where you want to start. So that dream it and believe it. It's like, oh yes, I dream of having this wonderful, massive product. Well, is that really where you want to be for your first launch? Many of the successful people have launched their first product with one person. Now, obviously one isn't going to make you a lot of money, but one is someone you can give a massive amount of time and attention and care and love to, and you can really find out what their needs are. So if your launch has 5 or 10 people, that's absolutely brilliant and ideal. If you want 100 and that's what your dream is, then where are they going to come from? If you've got a list of 200 people, you're expecting 50% of those people to join your launch, to join your product. Now, if you've got a very connected list and a list of people that love you, that's actually possible. And maybe that is something that's quite doable. But it is a bit about what are you prepared to do? And where do you want these people to come from? And have you got clear what those ideal customers look like? And that's all part of manifesting. So it's really appropriate to manifest 100 people if you really know that that's what you want, and you've dealt with lots of clients, you know your message, you've got a connected group, and then, go for 100. But for many of us, that's not where we're starting. And to me, Facebook ads and unconnected people is a bit like looking for your dream guy in the nightclub. And I know that sounds weird. It's like, well, if we're manifesting, can't we just manifest whatever we want? Well, I think the other side of manifesting is, what are you prepared to do? So are you prepared to spend thousands on Facebook ads? Because that's people who have large launches often are spending large amounts of money on Facebook ads. Is that something you're prepared to do? Do you want a whole bunch of people that haven't been part of your mailing list or your Facebook group so they don't know you? Now again, there's plenty of launches done with brand new people. That's great. Is that what you want? So as you're dreaming it and thinking it and planning it, look at all of the aspects of it, not just, if I get 100 people, I'll make this much money. Great dream, but we need to be clear where we're going. When you read books about people who manifested, they actually put the work in. They didn't just sit in the corner and have money drop down on top of them. And Denise Duffield Thomas is one that often talks about, she manifested a 6-month, all expenses paid trip around the world. Read the rest of the story. She put a great deal of work into that. She put a great deal of planning into that. She did her homework. She did all of the steps that were necessary and made sure that she really carried through those steps. Now, she also did the mindset work. And of course, that's a really key component to what we're talking about here. You have to actually believe that you're going to achieve this. Do you really believe you can achieve 100 people on your first launch? Or is that just a dream? Do you really believe that you can win an all expenses paid trip around the world? She actually did. She really believed it. But she'd spent months and months getting her mindset right, making sure that it was actually a real belief, not just I wish I could. The mindset work is seriously, seriously important. And you need to align your goal of what you want to achieve in your launch with your mindset. You need the two things to be that close. And guess what? I'm running a challenge on the 12th of December that's going to do exactly that. It's a 5-day challenge, and we're going to align your mindset to your launch goal in 5 days. And it's going to be fantastic because we're going to go through all of the different aspects of, do you really believe this? What are the thoughts that are actually flittering around in your brain saying that this is not possible? Things like the fear of failure. I set a goal and I never achieve my goals. There's also the fear of success. What happens if you actually get 100 people on your launch? Then you have to look after 100 people, and there's a whole bunch of fears that go with that. So join my challenge, link below, 5 days to align your mindset to your launch goals. It's going to be fun. I'll see you there. Bye.